Have you ever felt disrespected by your children and wondered where you went wrong? The sharp tone, the rolling eyes, or outright defiance, it can leave you feeling helpless. But what if I told you there's a way to address it without shouting or losing your cool? Today, I'll share timeless wisdom and 7 practical strategies to turn disrespect into respect, all while strengthening your relationship. Stay tuned. This might just change the way you parent forever. Disrespect from children doesn't just hurt, it challenges your patience and parenting. But here's the thing, it's rarely about you. Children act out because they're testing boundaries, expressing frustration, or struggling with emotions they can't name. As parents, our job isn't to control them, but to guide them toward respect and self-awareness. The Stoics believed you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Today, I'll show you how to harness this strength to handle disrespect in a way that teaches and uplifts rather than punishes. Let's dive in. When your child disrespects you, it's easy to feel attacked. But reacting in the heat of the moment often escalates things. Instead, practice the art of pausing. This moment of calm lets you choose your response wisely. I remember the first time my teenage son told me, "You don't get it." My instinct was to snap back, but I paused, took a breath, and said, "Help me understand what I'm missing." His tone softened, and we ended up having a meaningful conversation instead of a shouting match. Your calmness sets the tone. It teaches your child to manage their emotions and shows them that respect is mutual. Children learn from what they see, not just what they hear. If you speak respectfully, even when upset, you're showing them how to handle conflict with grace. Instead of saying, "Why are you so rude?" try, "I feel hurt when you talk to me like that. Can we discuss this calmly?" This approach avoids blame and focuses on how their behavior affects you. Make sure you follow through in all situations. Even when they're yelling, keep your tone steady. They're watching how you handle stress. Children need to know what's acceptable and what's not. Clear, consistent boundaries give them a framework to understand respect. If your child interrupts you repeatedly during conversations, calmly say, "I need you to wait until I'm finished speaking. If you interrupt, I'll have to pause the conversation until you're ready to listen respectfully." Stick to this every time, and they'll learn the value of patience. Without boundaries, children feel unsure of what's expected. Boundaries provide structure and teach them self-discipline. Disrespect is often a symptom, not the problem. It can stem from unmet needs, frustrations, or emotional struggles. A friend's daughter started snapping at her over little things. Instead of reacting, my friend gently asked, "Is something bothering you?" It turned out her daughter was anxious about a school project. Once they addressed the stress, the disrespect faded. The next time your child acts out, ask yourself, is this behavior about me or something deeper? A calm, curious approach can open the door to understanding. Children often don't know how to handle their feelings, so they lash out. Teaching them emotional regulation helps them express themselves constructively. Introduce the pause and speak technique. Teach them to pause, take a breath, and say, "I'm upset because," instead of shouting. Practice this during calm moments so it becomes second nature. When my son slammed his door in frustration, I asked him to try the exercise. At first he resisted, but over time, he started using it, and our conversations became much more respectful. Reinforce what you want to see. Acknowledge and praise respectful actions, no matter how small. When my daughter said, "Thank you," without being reminded, I said, "I really appreciate how polite you were just now." Moments like this encourage them to repeat the behavior. Be specific in your praise. Instead of just saying, "Good job," say, "I appreciate how calmly you handled that situation." It shows them what they did right. Disrespect won't disappear overnight. It takes time and consistent effort to teach respect. If your child keeps interrupting despite your reminders, stay calm and repeat the boundary. Every time you respond with patience, you're reinforcing the lesson. As Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Patience is an act of bravery. It frees you from frustration and keeps you focused on your ultimate goal. Raising respectful, kind adults. Handling disrespectful children isn't about control. It's about guidance. Pause before reacting, Model respect, set boundaries, understand their emotions, and teach them to regulate feelings. Praise their growth, stay consistent, and above all, lead with patience. Remember, respect is built one moment at a time. As Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Show them the example, and they will follow. Have you faced moments of disrespect from your children? How did you handle it? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear your journey. And if these strategies resonated with you, subscribe to John the Stoic for more timeless wisdom. Together, let's navigate parenting with patience and grace.